What is going on, guys? That that shoulder. Everything's opposite. Over that shoulder, Deadwood. Deadwood, South Dakota. I had a few people recommend, they said you need to go and check out Deadwood. And yeah, it is. I came down here today. We're gonna try to do the live because up where I'm at, I struggled again with internet. And just wasn't going to work. So this is actually, I'm about 30 miles away, and there was actually another site up in the hills here that I had pinpointed as my plan B. And yeah, I went up there and saw that earlier today, and I'm daring, but I'm not that daring. It was not good. I said no. I'm gonna head to Deadwood and see if I can do the live there, and then I'll head back. Now my battery is low on the laptop, so this may not be a full hour. We're gonna try to get it all in, but welcome to Happy Hour Live. It's you never know. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, it is noisy here. So this is some public parking that's right there by the entrance to Deadwood. And I figured I'd take advantage of it. Is probably the least traffic at least earlier, and now I'm starting to wonder that it was when you get in down that town center there. This is a busy place, and I would equate it to Virginia City, Jerome, if you've ever been there. It's an old mining town, and in the Black Hills of South Dakota. So glad that you guys could join in here. I had hoped this would be from Devil's Tower, and I was not that lucky at Devil's Tower. All the way across Montana, I don't know what it is, but they've got some slow internet up that way. I don't know, either that or T-Mobile and AT&T just aren't able to handle it. It's hard to say. X fired up, Crackerbox pals. Let's just go ahead and say hi to everybody really quick. They stopped in first. Glad to have you here. WCRV Adventures, the Cosmic Mermaid and Starman right there. Scrolling on down. Cowboy Biker Adventures. Don was over in Benson. He is over by Tombstone today. So good on you. All right. Live with Lenny. There's Lenny and Angela right there. Glad to have you guys here. Dale and Sherry here in the house. How you doing? And finally, my time, formerly Market Share, is in the house. Glad to have you here. I believe his name is Forrest. There's RV Living Life, Mr. Gary. Gary, I was just telling everybody that you may not get your full money's worth tonight because I don't know how much battery this is going to last. We're going to see. So, was I able to walk all the way around it? No, I did not. I did not actually stay. I had basically struggled with internet, and I had to get here. So unfortunately, I didn't. I got to see it. I got to shake my head at it, and I got some video for you. We'll be showing that here in just a little bit, but I'm just explaining to Gary, if I have to go early, don't give me a hard time there, Gary. Beat Trapper is in the house. Glad to have you here. Boy, it is noisy. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. It is open mic night. I'm going to throw the link in right there. We're going to try it. I don't know if I could actually hear you over the traffic noise. This traffic, I expected it to die down. It has actually gotten worse. So if we can't pull off the open mic night, we'll do it next week, and we'll make it next week because I do look forward to that. But if you want to try to come on, there's the link right there, and let's see if Let's see if we can't. Oh, and you know what I was going to show you here. Let's see, where's my video? That's the one right there. All right, let's see if we can't show it here. Free campgrounds. This one, Red Shale Campground in Ashland, Montana. Been a beautiful stay. The grass is getting a little tall, but that's okay. No fires here since I've been here. Probably stayed at this one about 10 days. And these free campgrounds are not bad at all. You can see I managed to get the Endeavor in here. Plenty of room. A lot of the sites are smaller, and it's just the way they built them back in the day. But this one has a really long picnic table. Most of them have fire rings, and then a lot of them have the vault toilets. This one actually, that one's attached to a picnic area right there. This one used to have water, and so there's another one of those vault toilets right up there. This one used to have water, and but it looks like the water has been shut off, vandalized, I don't know, take your pick, but the water is no longer working. No trash service, so pack it in, pack it out. But for 10 days, it's been pretty freaking awesome. But it's time to get on to Devil's Tower. I got to get the truck hooked up and rolling down the road. Here, you guys sit on the dash for a minute.
Somebody lead us to somewhere. We're stuck here and we're never gonna leave. Stuck in the middle of nowhere.
So these campgrounds, these free campgrounds, can range in stay limits. I've seen them as low as 7 days, and normally they're about 14 days. This one actually 16 days stay limit here. I'm not going to stay that long, but I could if I wanted to. But no, it's time to get on down the road. I'm kind of wanting to get to Devil's Tower, so enjoy the ride out. Looks like one other camper. Oh no, I see another person on the other side of them. So 2 campers in here. Now I would have made the 3rd. So not bad. And the nice thing was this one was right on the highway. Really didn't have to drive into this one at all. I'll take it. What is going on, guys? All right. Nice little free campground. Not free. This is actually $20. No hookups, $20 a night. But what I wanted it for was the, and I'm trying to get here to have that in the background for the live. Unfortunately, though, I've got great cell signal. I can make and place calls, but I can't get out on the internet. It has been the story about going across Montana, and now here in Wyoming. Beautiful little spot. Really like it here, right at the foot of Devil's Tower. I'm going to pull out of here. I'm not going to stay as I was planning on. But do want to see if I can find a filming location that's not too far away from here, and I want to see if I can find a geocache. Devil's Tower. That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, the camp host gal came by. We talked. She actually goes down to Quartzsite every year. So we were talking about Quartzsite. Kind of cool. It's a small world. All right. I got to pack up, grab my lights, and get out of here. See if I can't find a filming location. Bell Force River Campground. I think that's, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. Pretty campground. No hookups, but they do have hand pump water over there. I haven't actually seen anybody pump the water out of there, but there you go. I have a cool campground right at the base of Devil's Tower. You can see it there in the camera. I like the campground. I just wish it had signal. Beautiful place. So, first stop on the way out, and the pay stations are actually right down that way. Well, we got a car in the way. Oh, wait. There we go. Pay station to get in is right there. And if you recognize this was actually, this whole encampment over here was the military encampment as you drove in to Devil's Tower. I'm afraid to say that I wasn't very old when Close Encounters came out. Lots of refrigerator magnets. I'll let you know which one I picked in a second. That one. That's the one I picked. I figured it was fitting. Devil's Tower has been pretty cool. Glad to get by here and see it. I don't think if it was for the movie, I wouldn't know about it, but actually designated as the first national monument by Roosevelt back in 1906. So at some point it would have crossed my mind, even without the movie. Add the movie in, just gave a little more reason to go. All right, guys, I gotta roll on down the road. There we go. Yeah, I want to tell you, I was disappointed. I specifically wanted to get there and be there so that I could do the live, and no signal there. In fact, I talked to the camp host lady, and she said that's the #1 complaint of people coming in, is they say, you know, we can live without hookups, but we can't live without our internet. And I guess I would be the one. That's kind of sad to say, but I see Don in the house. Let me say hi, and hopefully I can hear you, Don.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
There he is. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, Don?
I'm doing good. Really good.
Good.
I got to show one of my 2 new shirts.
Oh, nice. You went in there.
I went and I filmed enough for at least 6 videos from Tombstone.
Oh, nice.
Actually, probably more than that, but I filmed 5 gunfights, and I even made shorts with the actors and all that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bill says that I didn't play the 5 tones when I got there. That's why I didn't have internet signal. I could have used the aliens internet.
I think Bill's confused between internet and aliens. They don't go necessarily hand in hand.
Do you suppose the aliens use Starlink?
They'll probe you. They'll reach out and touch you. They don't need to. They're more like AT&T.
Yeah, there you go. The back to Tombstone, I can tell you there is a lot to see there, isn't there?
It is, and it's wonderful. I highly recommend it. It was hot, 102, but I think the humidity was only about 15%. But yeah, it's all tours, but they're very nice. Other than the bird cage,
Okay.
would not let me film. So I did not go through it, but I filmed while I was on the stagecoach around town, and 5 gunfights, and then I rode around town on my motorcycle and filmed that. 360 also filmed Boot Hill Graveyard.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, every time that I go back there, I kind of emphasize one thing. And if you don't, there's so much there. It'll keep you going for the entire day at least.
Yeah. I need to change my title. I thought I changed that. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not in Texas.
You're not in Texas.
I know I changed this, but I think I had 2 of them open. There you go. And Benson is about 23 miles from Tombstone north, and it's 23 miles of desert in the heat on a motorcycle. It goes through what I call the Badlands of the desert. It really reminded me of Badlands up in South Dakota, but the colors weren't the same. But I just imagine what it'd been like in a stagecoach or a horseback getting to Tombstone. It had to be crazy because, like I said, it was hot. But and them people were crazy. It's a 2-lane road. Supposed to be a famous Highway 80, and I had 5 cars almost hit me head on the way back. Nobody in my lane going back except for people that are southbound when I'm going northbound and barely miss me.
Wow.
They're nuts. They're absolutely because it's nothing but solid cars down all day long. And they're not just going Tombstone, obviously, but
no. And you have to go that way, I believe, to get to Bisbee. And that's the next time I get down that way, I want to make the trip into Bisbee and see that. So.
Yeah, that was probably another 25 miles, and it'd been a long day. I decided not to do it. But and then the Moscow, I think it is, Moscow movie set, which is north, a little bit west, north of me, about 13 miles. Unfortunately, it's shut down for resetting for a movie.
Oh, okay.
I could not. It's open Fridays and Saturdays, and I could not go because it's shut down right now.
So they're getting ready to film another movie there. Yeah, that's awesome.
I think they've done over 80 westerns there, including Tombstone.
Yeah.
So
Quick and the Dead was right before I was there, and the old timer that was leading the tour said they made a god awful mess.
Oh wow! It would have been cool to go out there and film that, but it just wasn't meant to be.
If you can catch it, if you can get there at the right timing, that is such a great tour, and they take you all around that place, and and explain what everything is. And the cool thing is a lot of the buildings that they filmed in for some of the old movies that we remember,
Yeah.
they're still there. In
Yep.
fact, some of them are they still have the wallpaper on the walls, and you know,
Yeah.
so that is a great tour.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. It would have been neat, but it just wasn't meant to. If I was here last week, it would have happened a week earlier.
Yeah.
But not this week. And I think it's going to be reopened in another couple weeks.
Oh, is that right?
You can go online and see the schedule.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And what he's talking about, folks, is that they still use it for filming, and they warned us, you know, because we weren't exactly sure when we're going to be down there. They say if the crews come in and start setting it all up for their movie, you won't be able to get in there. They don't do the tours while they're in there. And you coined it correct, reset.
Yeah, I don't know how much they charge, but you actually can rent it to film a movie. You know, obviously, but I bet you it is expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
You
sure.
know, I'm sure hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and I do not have that kind of budget.
No, I don't either.
Well, that would be a fun trip. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be in Florida this winter, but next winter, if you happen to be in down in Arizona, we'll make the trip out together and go out there and see it.
Yeah. Well, Tombstone really wasn't busy, but maybe it's because I think things start happening in October. You know, because it'll probably start cooling off a little bit, and you know the people start coming down from up north and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, that's me. Well, I usually go in the opposite direction from most RVs going down the road, and I go to places that are out of season, and I kind of like it that way because it's not as crowded.
It's not as crowded. It's quiet. I'll say, you know, September, October is generally the kids are back in school,
Right.
and people are kind of out of vacation mode. So that is when you start seeing it quiet down a little bit, and probably the better time to go see it. But if you run the schedules like we do, you know, sometimes you just happen to be in the area, and you know that's the timing of it.
Right. You know, hot as it was, it never one time occurred to me to think about the heat riding in that stagecoach. So it wasn't bad.
Good. Yeah.
Even at over 100.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'll tell you what, I feel very fortunate. I just traveled all the way across Montana, and I really expect it's September, for crying out loud. I really expected cooler temperatures, and I have barely run the heat in the coach. I mean, at night, it's typically been getting down to maybe 50, 55. And it's really been, and 2 days of rain. That's been it.
Well, I guess it was 3 years ago, first week of September out in Gardner, Montana, which is the north gate of Yellowstone. It was 107 degrees, 106 degrees 2 days. But you need to get the heck south. It's fixing to change big time.
Yeah, I know it. And I am. I'm on the. Remember, I said my goal was to be at Mount Rushmore by the 1st of October, and I believe I'm going to make that deadline. So
okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna. It's too bad you can't go to Badlands View to Boondock.
Oh, you know what? I've seen some great places, and especially going across Montana, first time ever being in and really this is the first time in South Dakota as well. It's beautiful, all beautiful country. So I
Well,
like to leave something to come back and see because
okay,
I'll be
but
back.
it's probably the single most famous boondocking site in the country.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
thought. See, I think Quartzsite would get that.
No, well, courtside is just a place for people to park to save money. This is for views.
All right. Okay. All right.
You
Well.
look over Badlands,
Right.
but you're
Right.
not technically in the park, so you get the boondock there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have hit up a national park, two national monuments. I think I've done more this year than I have in
Oh,
years past, as far as getting into some of these places, and it's been a fun ride coming across, and I'm hoping this weather keeps, and as long as Florida is still there. I was relying on Bill to let me know if Florida was still there, and he says that it is. So uh,
yeah,
hopefully,
that's good.
yeah, I'm glad that you got out of there. But this is hurricane season for Florida, so
Yeah.
I have no intention of being down there during this time generally.
Well,
So
it's still hot. I bet you it's so hot down there.
yeah, yeah.
Don, it's getting pretty windy there. We hear. It's been about 10, 50, 20 miles an hour winds.
Oh yeah,
But that's only been a few days. But it's
yeah,
okay. There's motorcycles.
yeah.
I went all through that area. I never made it to Deadwood.
You never made it to Deadwood.
No, I
Very
did
cool little
Spurgeon.
town. I've
Yep.
I will say it's got more bars than any town that I've ever been in. It's like every other store is a bar, and I did see a couple of them had signs on the front, no motorcycle colors.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, they're apparently they've had trouble with that in the past.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, back in its heyday, Tombstone in 9 block section, which they got cut down to 4 blocks, I think it is, but it used to be 9. They had 80 bars and saloons back 140 years ago.
Yeah. I'm thinking Deadwood could give them a run for their money now.
Right. Well, back then though, they were cowboys with guns strapped to their side. So think about that. Alcohol, guns does not mix.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Just stay away from Georgia, North Carolina. They got the worst of it in Tennessee. Well, I'm going to Tennessee, Bill. Don't tell me that. I'm actually going to 2 places in Tennessee. I'm going to Memphis. I'm going to Nashville. So
Yeah, but that's from this hurricane that just went through. Helen, I think is what it's called.
yeah.
And it did I looked at the radar. It looked like it did a circle there.
Yeah.
Circled around right there. Made almost complete circle.
Yeah, Atlanta got flooded out, and they never get flooded out, and so that was a first for them. So, Beat Trapper mentions a lot of casinos, and do you know every one of those bars they have here has machines, has gambling in them. So,
wow.
I think I said it on camera filming today. I think of gambling. You go to Las Vegas. You go to Reno. Yeah. Apparently now I haven't. This is the only town I've been in. What I filmed was yesterday. What you saw on that video was yesterday, and so I got here and literally set up and checked my internet. And is like, okay, well, I literally came down. So this is the only town in South Dakota that I've been in. And there's more gambling going down that street than there is in Las Vegas. I dare say. So,
Yeah, I don't consider them. I know they call them casinos. That is not my idea of casino.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. I don't gamble anyway.
I have not been to the Wild Bill Hickok. Yeah, Wild Bill Hickok grave. I have not been. And I understand that Calamity Jane not only took a photo of Wild Bill's gravestone with her in front of it, but now she's buried right next to him. So, yeah, he's next to Calamity Jane. I did not make it up there today. So possibly tomorrow. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna be in the area for a little while here. So I've got some time.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'll enjoy it. There's a lot to see around there with Mount Rushmore. I just wouldn't waste my time on what is that, Chief? The monument for him, which is privately owned.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not worth. At least in my opinion, it's not worth it. They just want you to go in there and buy stuff. Okay. And it's a long ways from the monument itself, unless you take a tour to it.
Right. Now, you know what? I'll go back to that. Wild Bill, it's not Hickok, it's Wild Bill Cody, I believe. And Wild Bill Hickok, Buffalo Bill is actually buried in, he was originally buried over Denver, and then I'm not sure where he ended up. So it's, I think it's Wild Bill Cody. Yeah.
Yeah. Lenny got it. Crazy Horse.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I have not seen anything on that one yet.
I have seen pictures since I've been there. They've got more done on it, but they're just trying to raise money to finish that monument. And it's not anything to do with the government.
Yeah. Yep. I'm doing okay on battery, guys. We're gonna press it here a little bit. We probably got another 10 minutes or so. So Don, how long you're staying at that little Encore Park there in Benton?
I am as a RPI member.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like $67 for 6 nights because I'm going to Monta Vista next and for 11 nights. And guys, it's going to be 10 degrees, even hotter there. But I can't go park to park on Encores.
Oh.
So if I do this as RPI, I get to go there. And then after that, it's Cottonwood, which is 1,000 Trails.
Okay.
But I'm here. I leave tomorrow. And like I said, I go to Monta Vista. Now, what tips can you give me about Monta Vista?
Okay. B Trapper says Hickok is in Deadwood. Buffalo Bill Cody is in I think Denver. I'm not sure. I actually saw his original grave site, and it's up on the pass, I think, on 70 going over as you go over the hill, and it overlooks where he was buried, overlooks Denver, but they moved him from there. So, oh, you got some warm weather still. Daughter was complaining of 113 in Mesa. Just warning you, Don.
I've been looking at the weather. I know it's going to be 112 to 115.
Wild Bill was shot in town. I actually got that on camera today. They've got a sign in between all the stores and bars there that says that he was shot there, and it looks like it was a hotel. It looked now it's an art store, but looks like it used to be a hotel. So I don't know if he was inside or if he was outside, but there's a marker there.
Well, you can't trust old westerns and movies and stuff like that. To tell you the truth, they lied so much about when they made that movie Tombstone.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Wyatt Earp was never was never a marshal, U.S. Marshal. He was only a deputy marshal for a very, very, very short time.
Yeah. Yeah, they take a lot of license with just about any of those movies. So
They do whatever they want to do.
yeah, there was also, it's interesting since you've kind of been in that history. There were two narratives of the and two stories about what happened there, and some of the news media at the time said that Wyatt Earp was a murderer and he was, going to be tried and hanged for murder. And the other ones, the other story says no, he was doing his job and he was a good guy. So depends on what news you read of the day as to whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. So that was always interesting.
An old lady saw the whole thing and got him off. She saw it.
Yeah. Okay, so, there you go.
And it really was just in the empty lot. So they renamed it OK Corral because
they got a fence in the way. Yeah, they got a fence in the way now.
Yeah, and then right next to that is an RV park is where she grew opium.
There's Mr. Gary. How you doing, Gary?
We're here.
He's home.
Yeah, we're home. We just got home, actually. We were camping at Long Point for 3 days.
Now, where is that?
Long Point is on Lake Erie, and it's a world-famous bird sanctuary. And the craziest thing is we were there for 3 nights, and I never saw a single bird.
Lenny says there was an amazing TV show called Deadwood. I've seen it. I haven't watched that, and that's right up my alley. So, but thanks, Lenny. I'll check that out and see.
How do you like the hat?
Okay. Oh, look at that. There you go.
That's Carol's hat, actually. We picked up a few hats today. We went to a flea market. And because one of our friends has a donut truck there, believe it or not, at the flea market. And they've been wanting us to go there the whole summer. So today we managed to go there. And we had donuts and ice cream cones. And we bought a couple of hats. Donuts and ice cream for lunch. How's that, eh?
Oh, it is a terrible life you live there, Gary. But
my hat is all bent, my new hat. Dog must have been laying on it in the car or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my head.
See, it wasn't a cowboy hat.
No.
See? There you go.
No, it's just the old maple leaf. I've seen those.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that you guys aren't down in Florida.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
About 6 weeks before we start heading that way.
Okay. All right. And Don, you're gonna head to, and you're gonna be the rest of the time in Arizona, or
I'm planning on being to my sister's in Pahrump, Nevada, around the 1st of November. I want to film Sedona area. When I'm in Cottonwood, and then I may get to go to see the slot canyons on the Arizona side, and famous slot canyons, Antelope Canyon, if the weather permits.
Yeah.
If it's not too late in the season for snow.
Yeah. And you are going up into it there. Flagstaff northward there is anybody's bet.
It's a far northwest Arizona.
Molson. All right.
Canadian.
There you go. I'm
Good old
doing
water.
water. I have to do water tonight because I still have 30 miles of mountain road to drive
You know
back.
what? I'll go get 2 more. I'll drink for you guys.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, I've pretty much given up alcohol. I mean, I'll still drink, but not very often.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen each other in a while, Don.
Well, again, I'm trying to lose weight.
There you go. I gave it up too, but unfortunately it didn't last very long. So
yeah, I give it up every night.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't even miss it. I don't even miss it.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't miss it either, to be completely honest. That I run out all the time, and then I go into these crazy states that have $10 tax a bottle on alcohol. It is like, you know what? I don't need alcohol. Not that bad. I don't.
No.
So Gary, what are you? Are you still on plan to head to Florida?
Looks like on November 10th, we're going to Integra in Indiana.
Okay.
And then we're there for 4 days, and then we're headed straight to Florida from there.
Okay.
And we're going to be staying at Tranquility Lakes for about 3 weeks, which is a brand new encore in Florida. It's supposed to be awesome. You can only book those parks like we're adventure people and members, and we could book that 3 months in advance. But one night I was, playing around trying to book sites or whatever. I managed to book that 9 months in advance.
Oh, wow.
And I never told anybody that until I came within range of being within 3 months. And then I adjusted my dates a little bit, but I managed to book that 9 months in advance. I have no idea why. But
well, yeah, you must have just caught it on glitch night or something.
I think they were trying to maybe let someone in, or who knows, right? Glitch night, right? And I just somehow it worked, and I went, "Wow, look at that! I'm not touching that."
I assume you're going to cross at St. Clair, Michigan.
Yeah, usually, yeah. Hang on, where are we going to be? Let me think about that. Yeah, we'll be going from our home here. Yeah, we'll cross to St. Clair. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll probably do like before. We'll go to a campground for a couple of days before we actually really hit the road, right? Make sure we have everything together.
Right. Yeah.
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 The Pinery's right near our house here. I've done a ton of shorts from the Pinery. You may have seen them. I don't know. Who knows? Beautiful park. It's all about nature here, right? It's
The way
you're just coming down late, so that's I get anything after October 1st is anybody's guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. The way YouTube divides out shorts now, I don't necessarily see subscribers, people that I'm subscribed to, their shorts. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I've been really kind of out of the loop lately, and I don't care much. I think it's been about a month since I put out a video.
Letty, now that's dating you right there. Letty says every time he sees Molson is what he's talking about. I think of Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Good day, eh?
Good day, eh? Yeah. The sad thing is, I know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to cut this one short because I am getting desperately low on battery power here. And unfortunately, Gary, you're not going to get your money's worth tonight.
Well, you can send the refunds out before the battery dies, right?
There you go. There you go.
Gary, you just didn't know it, but he charged you for the time you came on.
Oh, I believe it.
Right, exactly.
I can't tell you how many Batman outfits I bought, and I still haven't seen one.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys. Always good to see you guys on. I always look forward to. We may have to do it again next week because I'm kind of sad that I have to cut it short, and it's so noisy here because I really like hanging out with you guys. Open mic night.
The noise hasn't been an issue.
Oh, is that right?
No, noise hasn't been an issue as far as I'm concerned.
Good.
Is Lenny calling me a hoser?
Yeah.
How's the song go? Do 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 do. Do, 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 do.
There you go.
Good day.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Bee trapper.
Bee trapper. Bonnie's laughing. Bee trapper. That'll be a good place to be. That's a good sunset. I've been there many times. So,
Pacific Coast. That's a good place. Northwest.
yeah.
Pacific Northwest. But they're going to have to get out of there pretty soon too. It's going to start getting cold.
Well, the coast is misleading because
That's true.
if you stay on the coast, it stays nice there. But as soon as you want to leave the coast, now you get in trouble.
You're right. You're right.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
It's like in the 50s in the middle of July. You know.
Yeah.
Low
And it's 50s in the middle of December too. So,
and I've
there
seen
you
it
go.
so foggy you can't see anything.
yeah. Well, some days. Best time I ever had was spending Christmas on the coast. That was so many years ago now. I don't even remember, but I had a big picture window. I had a fire and just watching the storms roll in. I didn't need to go anywhere.
How did you get out of there without getting snow?
You know, I'm sure that I did.
Okay.
But back then I was less sensitive to it.
Gotcha.
That was 30 plus years ago. So,
Well, if you don't get south, you're going to be less sensitive to it soon.
I'm planning on it.
All the way through to Tennessee. I promise you.
Yeah, let's hope that it goes smoothly. My next stop after Mount Rushmore, my next stop is going to be Kansas City. So that's my goal, and I'm going to try to drop down pretty quick. So.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going south until November 15th, so you're being a bit of a pansy, I think.
No, you're from Canada.
Yeah, you're
Y'all
from Canada, Gary. Give Bill the last word of the night right here and say goodbye to everybody because my computer is about to die. But I am so glad that you guys came on, and so glad for everybody in the room. It's you know what? That's why I love open mic night. So I'm glad that you guys could make it.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.